Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the series. I'm back here today. I've done a few things off screen. As you can see, the wagon is no longer tipped up, it's turned over on the right side. I have captured one brown sheep and tied him to the pole, so as Job is tied there. As you can see down there, I'm beginning to work on the walls. I've created a mine down here. I've spent quite a lot of time doing things. I've cleared out this entire hill, which would probably come up to it. As you can see, it used to be that high, and it took an absolute ridiculous amount of time and resources. I've got a complete double chest full of cobblestone, and the second one's nearly there. One full double chest worth of dirt, and a new one. What I'll be working on today is probably fixing up the walls. I've prepared a decent amount of space, and I've got a bit more to prepare for because I've got to hopefully make a square with that up there being the main thing. Oh, and I've also flattened out this hill a little bit. This used to be another block high about here, and I've chiseled that out, and I've also lowered the descent of this hill. For now, I will be quickly cutting and showing you my test creative world, where I've actually made this wall into what I plan on hoping to make in survival. Yep, so this is my test world. It's probably a bit test world for everything, but more or less it's from basically on my survival series. So this was the original idea for a wall. It was going to be more natural and have used different materials I had access to in my world at the time. It took a bloody long time, as you can see it's kind of randomized patterns and sort of, they just took a very long time. And I wasn't exactly happy with how it just too much contrast in the materials used. It's probably due to the oak planks and stripped oak logs, as it just adds a little bit too much variation from my opinion. It's a nice idea. I was aiming for a sort of fort kind of aesthetic, but you know, so that idea evolved into something like this. And that's where the first slime and fence idea came. If I flick this lever, yep, it all goes down, and I've got the way I've wired it up, it sort of adds a weird kind of gradient. As I flick the lever and flick it off again, it starts quick up from the left side, eventually goes to the right side, and does the same when it turns off. I didn't mean to do that, but hey, I guess happy accidents do happen. This isn't the design I'm going to go for, as I've decided the path that's going off to diagonal isn't as diagonal as this. It's more goes off in that kind of direction, so it's more going that way as opposed to actually going that way. After deciding that wasn't the option I was going to go for, I decided to go for something like this. I wasn't exactly happy on how this turned out. I liked the outline, the dark outline here and the one going on top. That fit quite well, but I wasn't quite sure on what to do in between. I kept changing from different stripped dark oak logs going in between here to this, and whatever I kept on choosing, it wouldn't work. I knew I had to put something there, otherwise it would look a little bit strange with just two dark oak arches going over the side. It was a nice start, but I decided to not go for it eventually. But this is where this sort of overhang with lanterns came from. I was quite happy because I knew I needed to light the outside of the wall somehow. I'm glad I came up with that. So this effectively, I then put that into the ideas here, because I had an idea to have sort of this kind of oval roof, kind of sharp increase roof going over the top as a sort of gatehouse, and have the two towers either side, as opposed to just having a archway over here. I'm extremely happy with how this came out. This is actually the inside of how I'd want it to be, because I accidentally put the lever here. This would already be on the inside, but this time everything goes up straight up on this, in the case of how I wired it. This took quite a long time, because obviously I was just trying to get the right dimensions correct in how I wanted this to come out. As I said before, it's going to be an extra 1 wide, as obviously this is only 7 across from here to here, and I wanted it to be an even number for the previous reason I discussed. This shouldn't really impact the design too much. It's just going to increase an extra width here on either side, so it doesn't really make these towers, which are the complicated part, any harder to make. So yeah, this is the plan I'm going to go for. I'm not actually worked on the walls that continue going outside, but I'm thinking of continuing using some sort of walls similar to that. At the moment I'm going to work on getting these 2 towers and eventually filling this out and putting the top gatehouse. I probably won't get it done today, well, it's all today, as this is a pretty big build. I'm considering having a gatehouse on either side just for the cases of keeping everything symmetrical, because I kind of want the walls to be 10 of these patterns each between each tower. Now if I'm going to do that, the only issue with that is that pattern is not consistent with the gate towers, as in this test it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, well it's only 4 technically, and a middle bit that doesn't work. That's why I'm increasing it to 8, so it would be 5 across. Whereas so that makes things a little bit awkward if I want to have them for 10, as I don't want to be scattered too much towers, as one, that will take quite a lot of time and it will look a little bit silly. So on the line of putting a gate tower on each side, it just keeps things symmetrical, and that's how I kind of want it. Unfortunately that may mean I need to change the paths going through the camp, which is not too much of an issue. It's quite good realistically, so that any way I want to go adventuring I can easily just go that way instead of having to come out here and go around that way. I can just literally blitz straight through. Yep, and the final thing is probably I need to start putting farms in, because I'm struggling for food right now. So this is probably either a cow or pig, maybe even a horse. Obviously you can't farm horses for food, so I'll probably put this as a cow pen. If this doesn't actually turn out to be an efficient farm, I don't mind just having this for aesthetics, and then having an additional farm maybe underground where it's actually is more functional and where I can get more leather and food mainly. That's all the test world has to offer for the moment. I'm sure this world is going to have a regular appearance in this series, as I won't want to build blindly, especially on big builds in my survival world, as that's just a waste of time and resources if I don't like how it looks. As you can see, it's taken me 4 different tries to sort of understand exactly what I kind of want from such a huge build. But nonetheless, I've got the design I needed. I know it's sort of laid out a bit funkily, and I'll try and do that better in the future, but I guess that is what it is. Now I'm going to go back to my survival series, and I will continue with today's episode. Yeah, I don't even know if this gatehouse will be done this video. That's probably not the case. Mainly it's going to take a while to sort out, so I may finish it off camera. So but I guess we'll just have to see, because even doing it off camera is going to take quite a while. So I guess we'll just see where it goes. As you can see, that's almost half a stack of logs just used on the first part of the first tower. So yeah, it's not looking great. Up. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about this. I don't think I actually said this in the intro. So I came in the middle of a field just over there, I think, where you can see that mushroom. I came across a skeleton horse in the daytime, I just approached it because I don't think I've actually seen a skeleton horse in, I don't think ever. So obviously I wanted him, and as soon as I approached him, a lightning bolt hit the ground. Actually, I'll just show you the video clip because I managed to record it. Didn't get my reaction because my mic wasn't at the time. But yeah, I'll just put it in now. I don't know how rare that is. It sounds like it's pretty rare because I've never seen that happen in Minecraft before. I don't even know how it's possible, to be honest. So yeah, as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Apparently, yeah. So I got on them, and you don't need a saddle, which is cool. I don't get why, but yeah, and I think they can go underwater. They can, but they're quite slow, I think. I don't know. Let's get back to building. Trying to decide what blocks go here, but since there's an oak block that basically blocks the view, it doesn't matter, so I think I'll just do these just to make it look like one solid structure. For full disclosure, because I don't think I've said this in any video currently, I'm doing this completely solely in survival because it's just not worth it if you're gonna cheat and whatnot, because you just ruin it for yourself. Does that make sense? I think it does. But yeah, so if anyone was wondering that, then that is the reason for that. I know I've got a stupid amount of wood in the chest, but realistically, I think I'm gonna need... Oh, don't think that goes there. Realistically, I think I'm gonna need a hell of a lot more. So I have to think about setting up a forest for that. Ow. That was my hip. There. Yeah, I think it does, yeah. I need some dirt, because using wood for stairs and, you know, getting up things, it's just not ideal in the slightest. Okay. Okay, I have severely underestimated the amount of resources this is going to take. Okay, that's that. Oh. Okay. It's looking like it's supposed to. That's a good sign. that is not what I meant to do. Glad I picked that up, and I think I've also underestimated the amount of stairs I need, which is wonderful. Can you not hear the wonder in my voice? I've already forgot what I need to do here. What just happened? Hey, not gonna question it. There. Actually from here. Pop that down, pop that down. And that is that. Yeah, folks, so that's all I have time for today. Hopefully I'll get the interior of the tent done tomorrow, get that next tower done that's just right behind me, and probably just build the farm and get it ready for cows to inhabit or whatever, really. But I just need to sort out my food situation, as I don't want to be starving out here. I can't really just eat on apples all the time. I'm gonna go crazy. So for the meantime, I will see you guys in the next episode. I hope you enjoy it. Please like and subscribe to see more, and yeah, have a good day.